Hello, you beautiful people. So happy to be in connection with you today. Let's take a moment and drop into our body. Anything and everything else we're doing, set it aside and devote the next few minutes just to you, connecting with you, touching the hand to the heart, and breathing in fully and completely. And releasing fully and completely. Inhaling all the way down and all the way up. And exhaling, releasing first the abdomen and then the chest. Calling yourself back into your body, wherever you've been today, wherever you've given away yourself or your energy. Take a moment to call it back, bringing it into the body, fully present for you right now. What's been on your mind and heart lately? Something that's been on mine and it just is popping up everywhere is the idea of acceptance. And yesterday, just in the middle of the afternoon, I realized that something that has been bothering me for years wasn't bothering me. And I came to that recognition. I was like, whoa, hasn't bothered me for a while. Why hasn't it bothered me? And I heard this voice that said, because you finally accepted it. And when I accepted it, I released myself from the suffering of it. I was no longer creating this victim energy within me in relation to this particular issue or thing. I had accepted it. And I thought, oh, interesting. I teach about acceptance. I talk to my beautiful clients like Mariette about acceptance. We create so much suffering for ourselves when we choose not to accept the current truth or the current reality of what's going on around us or within us or in life. Earlier, I posted a little meme on Facebook. It says, what is acceptance? And the right side of the meme was a rain cloud, and it says, it's raining. I don't like rain. I wish it wasn't raining. My day would be better if it wasn't raining. My day is ruined. Every day is like this. It's always like this. Why does it always rain when I want it to be sunny? Started creating that victim space, and all of the whining, all of the complaining, all of the non-acceptance. On the other side, it says, it's raining. And the response is, yep. Yes, it's raining. Period. The end. Radical acceptance. That's right, Mariette. Just trusting and allowing that whatever is. And I don't have to suffer because of it. I don't have to create more suffering by creating myself as the victim. There was another one that popped up earlier today, a quote from Eckhart Tolle. And it's beautiful as well, but you're going to need to sit with it. Everything that Eckhart Tolle shares, you have to sit with more than just reading it. You got to stay with it for the message to sink in. So let's hear it. When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Leave the situation, change the situation, or accept it. All else is madness. Take a big breath and release. Give a little shake to the body. So we got to make some space for this. Hello, Matthew. Good to see you. When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Leave the situation, change the situation, or accept it. All else is madness. So close the eyes down and let's feel into this a little bit, because there is so much truth and so much freedom here within this concept of acceptance and letting go of that victim space. Where have I been choosing to be a victim rather than choosing to practice acceptance and release myself from the suffering? Where have I been choosing to be a victim rather than freeing myself from that by choosing acceptance? So let's stay with it a couple minutes. You might touch your heart, close your eyes down, and really feel into the question. Where have I been creating more suffering by choosing to be a victim rather than choosing acceptance? Our ego often doesn't want to let go of the victim place. It doesn't want to believe that we're creating our own suffering. It's kind of a hit to the pride. But when we get to that place of realization and we set that ego self aside and we just choose to no longer be a victim, and we choose to practice acceptance, we suddenly create this expansive space of freedom that wasn't there before. Listen again to Eckhart Tolle's words. When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Have you done that recently? When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Leave the situation, change the situation, or accept it. All else is madness. Leave the situation, change the situation. If we can't do those first two things, accept it. All else is madness. Where have I been complaining rather than leaving, changing, or accepting? Where have I been turning myself into a victim rather than leaving, changing it, or accepting it? All else is madness. I believe that the madness is referring to is that separation from the truth of who we are and the truth of what we're capable of. Madness. Because it's silly. When we look back on things, we can see how silly we've been, when in the moment, it just feels so real. When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Leave the situation, change the situation, or accept it. All else is madness. Stay with that a little bit longer today. Apologize to yourself for anywhere that you have created the experience of being a victim. And work with all the different parts of yourself to identify where you can leave a situation, where you can change a situation, and where you can choose to simply accept that situation. I love you. Thank you for connecting energy with me today. Namaste.